settle for a regular type dude.
Average to cute looking.
Mhm.
If you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have two children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
Average.
So why should you get anything over? Then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should
And
get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and two other kids. An average woman say she's settling for an average man. She said, so I should just settle for an average guy. And I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should
I
you
mean,
not get?
I would be settling. I mean, he could, I mean, nothing
Why? Why
wrong with
would?
an
Why
average.
would? Why would? Okay. Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Would he be upgrading?
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no,
You got two children, and you said you are six. I give you okay, 5'6". Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you.
look, I didn't say
I'm
all
asking.
that.
I'm asking, ma'am, because man, we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would
Okay, so
be.
I guess we'll be settling for each other. Is
Well,
that
but accept somebody to share life with. And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards?
better?
Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with two kids? Okay, high value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men.
Mm-hmm.
And high value men get high value women, women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
Because I got kids, right?
You're not, ma'am. No, yes, are you? Would you say that you're a woman that's in high demand or most wanted?
I could be. I mean, yeah, I could be.
Ma'am, you're 37 with two children.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the world do women who are average to above average, look average to cute, who are a little overweight with two kids, where are these women in high demand?
Kevin, I'm working on myself. So if I
No,
was
ma'am.
to
I asked a
lose,
very specific question. It's not no because you're working on yourself. That's fine, but that doesn't mean you're in high demand.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Talk Podcast. Today, I am reacting to Kevin Samuels having a conversation with this woman. She is 37 years old, average looking, which is not offensive. I don't know why people think being average is such a bad thing, while majority of people are average, and has two children by different men, is obese, but believes that she is deserving of a high value man, a rich man. Because why? She is seeing rich men, millionaires, dating average women all the time. Well, I don't know where she sees that, but let's start a conversation. So, she started off saying that she doesn't want to settle for a regular man. She doesn't want to be in a relationship with an average man. I want to say something about this real quick. I think it's very painful to hear this when average women say, I don't want to be with an average man. What is so wrong about that? And the worst part is that nobody respects the average man anymore. The average man is really hard. The average man, they are the ones who are making our society move on. They are the ones fixing the cars, fixing the streets, building the bridges. They are the ones driving us around, driving the public transportation, fixing electricity when it crashes down. They are the ones doing all the hard jobs that nobody wants to talk about. They're the ones making sure this whole place is clean because they're picking up the trash every morning. They're the ones doing all these jobs that society needs, and everyone is just looking down on them. So average women who have their normal basic 9 to 5, or not really contributing too much into the society, are now so entitled to say, look, I don't want to date an average man, because they think they're better now. We all have this entitlement in our minds, in our head, this delusion that everyone is a 10 while you're not. Everyone deserves the best, but you never did the work. It's just crazy to me. It's really, I don't know, it's kind of heartbreaking to hear this. So this idea of wanting whatever you want, that's perfectly fine. But the thing is, can you actually get what you want? Or what does it take for you to get what you want, right? Everybody wants a rich, fancy life. Cool. But how many people actually get that? And it's hard to get that because not everyone is rich. The percentage of rich people on earth is a very small percent. Women want men who are making $500,000 and more a year, but don't understand how tiny that circle of men is. It's about 3% of men who are making that type of money. And then you need to take into consideration, are they straight? Are they the ones, are they the type of man that I want in terms of culture or looks or height? Because women are not just going to require you making a type of money. They're also going to require you being over 6 foot. You need to be charismatic. You need to look a certain way. You need to act a certain way, and so many other things, right? And then putting all of these things into consideration, the pool of men that you're trying to pick from is super tiny. But one thing that I want people to understand is that men who have a lot to show for, this high value man, this rich man, the tall man, the good looking guys, they have so many options. They can pick out of a bunch of women. And the thing is, why should a man who has so many options, who's making great money, who has purpose in life, pick a woman who's already older, has 2 children by different men, she's overweight, instead of picking someone who is not having all those baggages? Like, if he can pick a young, beautiful woman who has no children and start of his own family with her, and his children are going to get his legacy that he's worked for, why should he now choose to date an overweight woman with children? It doesn't make sense. But people are comparing their lives with what they see on reality TV or what they hear on the media. And it's just causing so much confusion, right? In her mind, she would be settling for a man, but you're not. Even an average man who has things going on for himself, he has no children, he has worked a lot, he saved his money, he's able to buy a home and do all of those things. Why should he now be looked as that you're settling for him? No, he's actually settling for you, because he's not bringing any baggage into the family. You're the one taking in 2 other children that he's now has to be a provider for. And realistically speaking, why should a man want to do this? What I also think is funny and very unfair, to be honest, is that a lot of women are giving up their prime time, their beauty, their youth, their fertility to random men where they never required commitment, they never required to get married to, they possibly also never required, oh, you need to make this amount of money, you need to do that. They was just sleeping around, having babies for these men. It didn't work out, And then now when they're older and they feel like, oh, now I deserve better, this expectation of someone else who's now on the top should come into my life and pick up my brokenness and fix me, right? And take care of children, they're not his. This is super, I don't know, I don't have words for it, but it's just crazy, to be honest. That's why for me it's important to teach women, to be honest, if you know you want a certain type of life, you need to prioritize that from early on. You need to understand what those type of men, these men that you're looking for, what are they asking for in a woman? What are they looking for in a woman? Because it's not just women that have requirements and have standards. No. Men have their own things that they're looking for in a woman. And if you never make sure to be that, why is it that you're now suddenly older, hitting your 40s, and now you have all these high standards? It doesn't make sense. And it's very painful that this is what I'm seeing a lot in my community, in the Black community, that it is okay, it seems to be okay to have children, right? Have them all around. But getting married is something that's like not even second, it's like the third on the list. It's like, whatever, I don't need to get married. But then when life gets hard and your bills are growing, then suddenly they're rushing to get married, looking for a husband. But this should be something we should be teaching earlier and saying, look, you get married first. These are the things that you need to bring to the table as a woman. These are the important things that you look for in a man, not his swag and what he looks like, and he's tall and he has slang and he's dressing like, no. These are the things that are important in a man. Is he a provider? Is he a protector? What are the goals that you're having in life? Is he family orientated? Does he also want to get married? And then you do get married, you start a family, but in our community, it's like, who cares? You sleep around, you have multiple baby daddy, and I'm sorry, it's painful, but the media, even the music we're listening to, you're seeing it, they're making it such a normal thing, that, oh, baby daddy here, baby mama here, it's a fun thing to do. You see more and more people saying, I don't want to get married, I'd rather be a baby mama. But then when life gets hard, then they're suddenly expecting another man to come into their life and start cleaning up. No, this is wrong. And men are realizing this. Men are seeing that, look, I'm not playing this game anymore. Men are noticing that there is no benefit, there's no respect for me coming into a woman's life who already has children, who is already older, because she's stuck in her ways. There's nothing that you can show her. There's nothing that you guys can like grow into together. And why should a man do it, right? If anything goes wrong, those children that you've been taking care of, they're not your children suddenly. They're her children. When the relationship breaks down, they're her children. So women, really, we need to stop being so entitled and delusional. We need to stop teaching each other things that are completely backwards. If you want to have a certain life, prioritize that from early on. Learn what you need to do as a woman to get that type of man, because it's not just you sitting there, I want this, I want that, I want this, because men have their standards as well. So I'm going to leave you guys with this. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you in the next one. Bye.